Are you sure we can't go to a hospital? Just drive, Beth. Okay, I'm driving. How are they holding up? Not well. Come on, Hotshot. Stay with me. Stay with me, okay? Keep your eyes open. Yeah, that's it. That's it. How much further? A few minutes out. The ward's about to fall. What? I can feel it. Oh shit, are you actively keeping it up? I am now. The fire can't spread. Come on, lean against me. That's it. God, a bullet hole like that, they're gonna be bleeding everywhere. It's gonna be a bitch to clean. They're not bleeding out. I'm keeping their blood flowing around the entry point. Come again? Their pulse is next to nothing. Keeping the blood cycling is the least I can do until we get home. Get them on the bed, on their side. I need access to both. There we go. Claire, your leg. Not my concern. But I could walk, couldn't I? Barely. Come on, you... Not until they're okay. Fuck. Okay, fine. Beth, where are your fabric scissors? I need to get their shirt off. On it. You gonna be okay? What can I do to help? Call the rest of the pack. Get them up to speed. Okay. I need you to breathe for me, okay? This is gonna hurt, but I promise it'll all be okay. Okay? Come on. You are not dying on me now, Ranger. I still need to yell at you for being an idiot. Come on. Try and stay with me. I can't find a pulse. Please, just a little longer. Come on, please. Are they still asleep? They keep fading in and out, but their breathing has been steady.
You've been watching them all night, haven't you? Were you able to get into contact with Celine yet?
No, not yet.
How 2 lovebirds are passed out on the couch downstairs. Evie missed sunrise, so she'll be staying here for the rest of the day. Hey. Come on, Green. Talk to me.
It's fine. How's the station?
Still standing, by some miracle. Seems like the firefighters were itching to get there as quickly as possible.
Oh, it's a pretty small town. There's not many disasters like this to keep them busy.
Yeah, just with us, huh?
That's not funny.
Not wrong, though.
Oh, that reminds me.
Got an update on the 3 Stooges, which apparently is 4. The 2 chuckleheads who drove off crashed on the road. It was pretty easy to identify them by the 8 cans of gasoline in the bed that were all conveniently empty.
And Stevens? I didn't even think to look for him before we left.
Don't worry. Unfortunately, he's not dead. After the fucker Anakin'd himself, he ran off into the woods. Bureau caught up pretty quickly. You know, they actually got vamps working for the Bureau.
They've always had vampires working there.
I know, it's just weird to hear about them in Glenwood without them being part of Celine's bunch.
You said there was a 4th?
Mm-hmm. He was still nursing a dislocated shoulder from the last time they ran into our little khaki-clad friend.
You know, they told me it was 3-1.
I guess Stevens was just the spectator for that round. Well, all 3 of them were arrested by non-wielder authorities. As far as they know, Stevens went running into the woods like a wild man. No search has been called for him.
Good. The Lassiters are on their way down from the north.
Oh, fuck, you called them?
Yeah. Stevens was one of the poachers from Montana. I felt like they deserved to know.
Yeah, fair enough. Look, you gotta sleep, Claire. Sleep? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna listen to a damn thing I say, are you?
You already pulled rank on me once, and I drank plenty of water, and look, even my leg is better.
Yeah, and I'm sure a solid 8 hours would do wonders for those dark circles.
No, not until they're up. I have to be sure.
Yeah, I get it. In that case, I'm gonna head downstairs and make breakfast. Not kink-shaming or anything, but unlike you, I'm not really into the whole watching them sleep thing.
Well, if you're going, could you check on Knight and Evie?
Want me to check to make sure they don't leave stains on the couch?
Ugh, stop. It's disgusting.
Yeah, they are. It's heinous. You know, I heard Evie had to ask Celine for a new bed frame.
Beth.
Just trying to lighten the mood.
By giving me a headache?
Only if giving you a headache makes you lie down.
Nice try. Go. I'll be okay.
Yeah. You know, tonight Dad's cooking some steaks on the grill at home. He wanted to know if you'll be coming over for dinner.
I'd like that.
Good. I'll let him know then. Call if you need anything, okay? We're all right downstairs.
I will. You don't have to keep pretending. I know you're awake. Hi. Hey, wait. Don't push yourself to get up yet. Just lie back. What? No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Been doing a lot better than you. You've been out for about 3 days. This is the first time you've been coherent enough to talk. How do you feel? Yeah, that makes sense. Wait, but before you start asking questions, here. Have some water. I'll hold it for you, just... Yeah. Slow sips, okay? Don't make yourself sick. Good. Are you feeling dizzy? Any lightheadedness, pain? Hang on, let me... Okay, pulse is steady. And you don't have a fever anymore, which is good. Can you... Yes. The station caught fire. Propane blast and then however much gasoline they poured onto the place. Well, apparently Stevens got burned pretty badly, but he was able to run off. You got the worst of it. Can you tell me what you remember from that night? Okay. Yeah, 3 of them. 2 ran off before they could do any real damage, and then you decided to tackle a man with a loaded gun. No, don't worry. I still have every intention of yelling at you for that, but I'm gonna wait till you're feeling better. I don't think it'll be as fun right now.
No. In any other case, I would have you lying on your front, but your back's fine. It should be. Took me a long time to fix. Yeah, I told you. I'm fine. And you made sure of that. I got a couple scrapes, but nothing I can't handle. It was just my leg. I was more worried about you. I can't tell if you're trying to downplay it or if you really don't remember. It was bad. Gunshot wound, second-degree burns, some lacerations on your neck and back. No, your shirt didn't make it. We had to give you one of our spares, but you'll be happy to know your hat survived and remained completely intact. Yeah, it's over there on the seat. No, you heard right. Your whole back was charred. Technically, right now you should be in a hospital with about $40,000 worth of bandages wrapped around you, but you're not. I decided to bring you here. Well, I couldn't take you to a hospital when I knew I could help you faster here at the den. No, this has nothing to do with me being an EMT. There's something I need to tell you. Please believe me. I need you to believe me, and I know this isn't the best time, but I don't think there's ever going to be a right time at this point. Even if you remembered everything right now. You don't have any injuries now because I healed you with magic. I'm not messing with you, and I'm not lying. Do you remember Halloween? During the festival when you came over and I was joking around with you about how I was a werewolf who worked with vampires and my entire family is a bunch of shifters? Yeah. I wasn't messing around. At the time, I knew it was just ridiculous enough that you would never believe me, and I left it at that. It was just supposed to be a joke. And then I started seeing signs, and I found some information that made me concerned, so then I looked into it more. You used to know about magic. Real magic. You did. You knew about magic and werewolves and this whole world that is kept out of sight from humans. You were registered as something called a non-wielder liaison, and I got mad at you for that. Because I thought you knew about magic and you were just being a jerk, and that's why I stopped answering your calls. Please, let me say everything I need to say. I need you to listen to me. After the bar, I kept saying all those words that to you were just absolute nonsense, and I kept making these stupid implications when I should have just asked you flat out if you knew about magic, because if I had, then I would have realized you didn't. You don't. You don't remember anything about the magical world because something happened to you and those memories were taken away.
I know, please, I know you're looking at me like I'm crazy, and I promise I'm not. I wouldn't try to trick you, not after all this, not after you almost died. I wouldn't do that. What? Yes, an NWL. Non-wielder liaison. You were registered. Yes, 8 years ago. You remember? Oh my God, you actually remember. Hang on, wait a minute, don't push yourself. You just woke up from what's basically a coma. Your memories are going to be spotty at best for now, so don't overdo it. I think the block on your memories is dissolving, so they'll come back in bits and pieces over time. Maybe I can call in a favor and get a memory modification team here just to double check. Yeah, of course. It's probably for the best while you're recovering. Closer, yeah. Are you okay? Does anything hurt? I can go downstairs and get... Oh! What? Stop hitting me! What was that for? Oh, well, excuse me if at the time I thought you were just a non-wielder who didn't know anything about magic. Oh, what are you going to do? Have me arrested? Oh my God, it was Halloween. It was supposed to be a joke. Oh, as if I'm going to take lessons in comedy from you. I figured you never would have believed me, so what was the harm? Well, at the time, I didn't even know you were an NWL. Just some uninformed human. Trust me, at the time it was pretty funny. I didn't realize you were a liaison until a few months after that. I've known for a while now. I figured out you were a liaison a few weeks after Stevens and his guys were caught the first time. I'd made a report and you happened to come up in the briefing, but at the time I didn't... No, I had my suspicions. I figured it out after confirming with some sources, but that took time, and I wanted to. I wanted to tell you, and I wanted to figure out what had happened to you. But with everything, with the poachers and the gunshots, I didn't know how to tell you without creating a potential liability. No, I don't consider you a liability. Oh, come on, you know I think you're capable. This is different. Listen, we still don't know what memories you lost, what could come up when they're back. I didn't want to risk those coming up and you being put in danger when we had this looming over our heads. I understand. I do. Ranger, I know it wasn't my call to make, but I had to make it anyway. You think it hasn't been killing me every day knowing that I knew but couldn't tell you because of all this? I tried telling you. But after that call when I told you about the station, you stopped answering my texts. You cut me out. So what, you would have preferred I sent you all of this in text? That's not fair. No, none of this is, but you don't get to use that against me. Actually, you know what? It was my place.
Because these may have been your memories, but you were not the only person I needed to worry about. And I'm sorry that I had to consider my family and making sure that they didn't get... Ranger? Whoa, hey, wait a minute, hey, breathe, lay back down, let me... I shouldn't have raised my voice. Of course. If you need some space. Yeah. Finish your water if you can. I'll be back in. Call out if you need anything. I'm sorry. Knock, knock. Brought you some breakfast. Yeah, well, Claire was going to bring it up to you, but apparently you need some space, so you get me instead. Congratulations. Now, I'm not really sure what kind of breakfast person you are, so I kind of got everything. Fruit, oatmeal, bacon, sausage, waffles. No pancakes this morning. Sorry about that. You don't gotta eat all of it, but just pick out what you like. Yeah, well, I have been instructed not to leave until you at least have something in your stomach. Sure you're hungry. Been a couple days since you had an actual meal. Oh, man, don't tell me you're one of those, raw oat and whey protein people. Ah, well, good, then. Bon appetit. Dig in. I usually am able to keep my nose out of things. Been, learning that really well with my partner. But we could hear you guys yelling from downstairs. And it wasn't your usual bickering that we're all so fond of. Clearly you don't want to talk to Claire, but for the moment, if you want to vent, I'm an open ear. I mean, hey, might as well. Who else get to talk to? I get it. You're angry. I mean, fuck it, if I was in your position, I'd be angry too. No one's holding that against you. And I'm not trying to tell you how to feel or how to process all this shit. Yes, Claire should have told you the second we had even the slightest idea something could have been done to your memories. You deserved that. But you need to know that she didn't tell you. It wasn't because she didn't care or she didn't think you were capable of handling it or any fucking bullshit like that. She cares about you. I mean, hell, that's the whole point she called you, to warn you about the posters to begin with. She didn't want you to get hurt. And she spent the last 3 days making sure you weren't. I'm not telling you this to make you feel guilty so you can forgive her. That's something you gotta figure out on your own. I'm just letting you know so the next time you want to take your anger out on her, you remember that she has not slept in the last 72 hours because she has been watching your every breath. And she nearly put herself out of commission trying to make sure you could be in the state that you're in now. No, that's not really up for me to say. It's not my place. You can ask Claire that yourself, if and when you're ready to talk to her again. As weird as it is, I'm sure she'd love to have an actually civil conversation with you. Yeah, all in due time, I guess. Can I ask you something? Would you have believed her? If Claire told you earlier about your memories, would you have believed her? I don't know, it's kind of inconsequential now, but if she'd come up to you 3 weeks ago like she had planned and sat you down and told you, you're like, hey, by the way, magic exists, and actually I'm a werewolf, and you know about this entirely secret magical society, but you don't remember it because some vampire decided to be a motherfucker and play Jenga with your memories. I mean, yeah, give or take a few details, but that's the basic gist, right? Yeah, no kidding. Then again, when the hell is anything between YouTube and Simple? I don't know. It's just something to think about. Well, that's all I had to say, and I am not getting paid by the hour for the babysitting, so eat your breakfast, all right? And thank you for keeping her safe. You really don't know how much that means to us. Yeah, I did mean it about you eating, but, I'm not gonna hover over you and watch. I'll be back in 10. Anytime, khakis. Just don't choke while I'm gone.